God says, my beloved child, listen carefully. Pause for a moment and listen with the ears of your soul, because in this very instant, something holy is unfolding in the invisible heavens. God has just spoken your name, and when your name is spoken in heaven, every angel, every star, every breath of the universe takes notice. Do you know what it means for the Creator of all things to call you by name? It means you are not forgotten, you are not lost in the noise of this world. You are not invisible to the eyes of heaven. Your name echoed through eternity like a sacred song, and in that echo, your destiny has been awakened. 3 minutes may seem like so little time in human measure, but when heaven declares a time, it is not about minutes or hours, it is about divine alignment, about heaven and earth meeting at a crossroad prepared for you. Right now, you're standing at that crossroad, and everything that has weighed heavy on your heart is about to shift. Think of how many times you have felt overlooked, misunderstood, or left behind, yet herein this holy moment, God Himself speaks your name. Not the name others mocked, not the name others ignored, but the name written in light, carried by angels, and treasured in eternity. When heaven speaks it, it carries power. It carries the authority to change sorrow into laughter, emptiness into overflowing abundance, rejection into divine embrace. You may feel as though your prayers were delayed, as though your tears fell into silence, but heaven was listening all along, preparing this exact moment, when your name would be spoken and your life would be shifted forever. Beloved, there is a divine reason you are hearing this right now. Out of millions of people, out of billions of voices crying across the earth, this message has found you. That is no accident. It is heaven's design. Angels have been moving in silence, rearranging the pieces of your life, and the reason you have felt unusual restlessness, the reason your spirit has been stirred in ways you could not explain, is because the heavens were calling you into alignment. God has chosen this moment, this day, this hour, because He knows what your heart has been carrying. He knows the nights you hid your face in your pillow so no one would see your tears. He knows the moments you said quietly within, "Does anyone even notice me? Does anyone care?" And today He answers by saying, "Yes, I notice you. Yes, I care. I have called your name in heaven." When heaven calls your name, miracles are released. Chains you thought could never be broken begin to fall off. The burdens you thought you would carry forever are suddenly lifted. Doors that seemed locked for years begin to open with ease. This is why your spirit feels something shifting even as you hear these words. It is because the heavenly scroll of your life has been touched, and the ink of your destiny is being rewritten in your favor. 3 minutes may seem short, but heaven does not measure time as we do. Heaven measures readiness, alignment, obedience, and faith. And right now, your faith has brought you here, your longing has brought you here, your tears have brought you here. Can you sense the holy presence moving around you right now? It is not imagination, it is the whisper of God reaching deep into your soul, saying, "My child, I have seen your struggle. I have seen your labor. I have seen how unfair the path has been for you. But no longer will you walk alone. I have called your name in the chambers of heaven, and I will walk before you. My dear one, Heaven is declaring a turning point. Every delay, every disappointment, every betrayal, heaven is about to redeem them all. The pain that once seemed unbearable is being transformed into the testimony that will carry you into a new season of joy. Pause here and let this truth sink in. You are chosen. You are seen. You are loved with an everlasting love. The angels are rejoicing even now because they know what you do not yet see. They see the doors about to open, the opportunities about to come. The people God is sending into your life who will honor you, not harm you, who will lift you, not break you, who will celebrate your existence instead of diminishing it. For too long you have walked among those who did not recognize the treasure that you are. But when God speaks your name, no man, no woman, no power can erase what heaven has already written. Beloved, 3 minutes may seem like a countdown, but it is not counting down to an end. It is counting down to a beginning. A fresh start, a new chapter, a miracle unfolding right where you are. Some people wait a lifetime for their name to be spoken in heaven, and today it is your turn. Can you feel the shift? Can you feel the weight lifting from your shoulders? It is heaven's confirmation. The struggle is not wasted. The tears are not wasted. Every prayer has been collected, and heaven is pouring them back as blessings overflowing. Do not be afraid to believe this. Sometimes hope feels dangerous, because you fear being disappointed again. But heaven is not here to tease you. Heaven is here to heal you. Heaven is not here to trick you. Heaven is here to transform you. God's word never returns empty. It always fulfills its purpose. And the purpose of this word is to awaken you to your miracle. My beloved, in this very moment heaven has grown still, as though all of creation itself is pausing to listen to what God just declared over your life. The angels are whispering your name, and the sound of it is echoing through the chambers of eternity. Can you feel it? That gentle stirring in your spirit, that quiet warmth in your chest that feels almost unexplainable. This is heaven's confirmation that you are not forgotten, not overlooked, not abandoned. God Himself has just spoken your name, and when God speaks, everything changes. His word carries power beyond time, beyond distance, beyond limitation. When He called your name, He didn't simply pronounce a sound. He released destiny. He unlocked miracles. He opened gates you never thought you would walk through. Right now, as you hear these words, something is already shifting around you. The atmosphere is responding to heaven's decree. What was once closed will begin to open. What felt heavy is about to become light. What seemed impossible will now turn into testimony. There are moments in life when you feel like heaven is far away, but I tell you, heaven is closer than your very breath. Right now the voice of God has gone forth on your behalf, and every angel in His command has turned their eyes toward you. Archangel Michael is standing guard at the gate of your destiny, ensuring that what God has spoken cannot be stolen, delayed, or denied. For when the Creator of the heavens and the earth speaks a name, He also appoints angels to carry out the word. And beloved, they are moving quickly. In the unseen realm, preparations are being made. Heavenly scrolls are being unsealed. Doors that were locked generations before you are being opened right now. This moment is not an accident. You are hearing this because your life is about to change forever. Listen closely, because God does not speak a name carelessly. He only calls when the time has come. He only whispers when the moment is ready. And beloved, your moment is now. The cry of your prayers, the tears you shed silently when no one else saw, the countless nights where you asked, "Does God even hear me?" They all rose before Him as incense, and today He has answered with your very name. That name is precious to Him. That name carries stories of your pain, of your waiting, of your hope. And when He spoke it in heaven, He sealed your breakthrough with His own breath. Heaven's light is already shining upon you, marking you for the miracle that is about to unfold. Do you realize what this means? It means the struggle you endured was not in vain. It means the heartbreak that tried to crush you is being rewritten into a testimony of joy. It means the delays, the rejections, the losses, were never final chapters. They were stepping stones that led to this moment, where God Himself declares, "My child, your life will never be the same again." And when heaven says never the same, it does not mean small adjustments, it means transformation. The kind that turns dry ground into rivers, sorrow into laughter, emptiness into abundance. Right now Archangel Michael is holding a divine letter written with your name upon it. The ink of heaven has sealed it, and within it are instructions, blessings, and promises reserved only for you. For years you may have felt like life was passing you by, but heaven has always been preparing this moment, storing treasures with your name engraved upon them. And now, as God has spoken, those treasures are being released into your life. The peace you longed for is drawing near. The love you prayed for is at your door. The opportunities you thought were lost forever are circling back, only this time they are clothed in favor and grâce. Child of God, the heavens are rejoicing because they know what is about to happen in your story. They see what you cannot see yet. They are watching chains fall and pathways open. They are preparing the banquet that has long been waiting for you. You are not stepping into an ordinary season, you are stepping into the season God Himself has prepared for you. And when heaven préparé, it exceed human understanding. This is not about luck or chance. This is about divine orchestration. Let your heart rest now. You don't have to fight anymore to be seen, for heaven has already seen you. You don't have to strive to be chosen, because God already chose you the moment He called your name. You don't have to fear being left behind, because this very message is proof you are being carried forward by divine hands. Right now, all you need to do is listen, open your spirit, and receive. Because what is arriving is not something you can earn, it is something God is giving out of love. So lift your eyes, even if they are heavy with tears. Lift your heart, even if it feels worn by the weight of yesterday. Heaven is closer than it has ever been, and your story is turning a sacred page. God has spoken. Heaven has responded. Your life is about to change forever. Listen closely. Heaven is leaning closer to you right now. God has just whispered your name, not in anger, not in disappointment, but in the fullness of love that chaque éternité. Imagine it, Out of billions of people on this earth, your name echoed. In the courts of heaven, your story was brought before the throne of the Almighty, and your destiny was spoken over with light, with power, with divine authority. This moment is not ordinary. This moment is not accidental. This message has come to you because God is orchestrating a shift, a heavenly rearrangement, something that will change the trajectory of your life forever. You have been through seasons where silence felt louder than promises. You prayed, but it felt like heaven was locked. You cried, but it felt like no one heard. You waited, but it felt like time mocked you. Yet here, in this very hour, heaven has chosen to break the silence. God's voice has cracked. Open the sky, calling your name, affirming your existence, and reminding you that the unseen battles you fought were not wasted. Every tear, every lonely night, every unanswered prayer, they were seeds planted in the soil of time. And now those seeds are pushing through, ready to bloom into miracles. Child of God, the angels have gathered around your name. Archangel Michael is standing guard even now, lifting
the sword of truth over your life.
Where lies tried to bury you, truth is emerging. Where betrayal tried to wound you, healing is rushing in. Where rejection tried to close doors, favor is breaking them open. Do not think it strange that God singled you out in this moment. Do not think you are unworthy of such love. You were chosen, marked, and anointed long before you even breathed your first breath. Your life has always been heaven's investment, and today heaven is reclaiming its promise. Can
you feel it?
A shift in the air, a stirring in your soul, like a vibration that cannot be explained. That is heaven's confirmation. That is the Spirit moving. God is aligning people you have not even met yet, preparing opportunities that have not even been written yet, and weaving blessings that you cannot even
imagine yet.
This is why your name was called in heaven. It was not just for comfort, it was a declaration, a spiritual decree that your chapter of struggle has met its divine expiration date, and your chapter of breakthrough has been opened. Think of how a mother calls the name of her child when dinner is ready, when it's time to gather, when something good has been prepared. That's what God has done today. He called your name because the table in heaven is ready, the meal of blessings is prepared. The portion of your inheritance is waiting. You cannot skip this. You cannot scroll past this. Because this is the exact moment where what was locked will be unlocked, what was delayed will be accelerated, and what was denied will be restored with interest. You are standing at the
edge of a holy shift.
Archangel Michael is not here by accident. He is circling your home, your name, your future, ensuring that no interference comes between you and what is being delivered. Do not think of this as ordinary words. These are prophetic waves, spiritual currents that are carrying you to a new shore. You may have been drowning in disappointment, but today God sends lifeboats of mercy, ropes of grace, and waves of favor to carry you into safety. Hear this, your name was spoken in heaven so loudly that even the darkness had to back away.
The moment God calls you, nothing
else can claim you. The diseases lose their claim. The betrayals lose their sting. The failures lose their grip. Because God has sealed you with His word, and what He seals, no one can unseal. You were written into his story, carved into his hand, engraved into his heart.
I see you now, standing in the middle of two paths.
One looks familiar, the path of waiting, worrying, doubting. But the other, though uncertain, is glowing with light. And heaven says, walk in the light.
Do not look back.
Do not question if you are worthy. Do not ask if you are ready. When God speaks your name, readiness is infused in you, worthiness is given to you, strength is poured into you. This is not about you being perfect. This is about God being faithful. And I tell you, this is a turning point. Your finances that felt stagnant, your relationships that felt broken, your heart that felt heavy, heaven is lifting it all.
God is exchanging ashes for beauty, mourning for joy, despair for praise.
And when you least expect it, a door will swing wide open.
You will stand amazed, wondering
how it happened, but deep down you will know, it was the day God called your name in heaven. The day everything shifted.
Do not let doubt steal this moment. Do not let fear whisper against this truth.
Your ears are hearing this because your spirit is ready. You are not here by accident. You are drawn, pulled, divinely ordered to receive this. And as you listen, I want you to understand, you are loved beyond measure, seen beyond
compréhension, chosen beyond reason.
God has chosen you to testify, to shine, to rise. And soon, people will ask, how did you survive?
How did you rise again?
And you will say, because
heaven called my name.
So hold this word. Let it settle in your spirit. Do not rush away. Soak in it like sunlight on your skin. Let the warmth of God's love seep into every corner of your being. Let the sound of His call echo in your soul until all that remains is confidence, faith, and expectation. Because truly, your life is about to change forever. The moment God spoke your name in heaven, the entire atmosphere around you began to shift, though you may not have noticed it immediately. For heaven's voice does not always arrive with thunder, nor with earthquakes, nor with the fire that men expect. It often comes in whispers, in movements of the heart, in unseen hands rearranging things behind the curtain of your life. When your name was carried upon the breath of the Almighty, angels paused, and a silence fell upon the heavens. This silence was not empty, it was filled with anticipation, filled with the weight of destiny about to be revealed. And in that holy stillness, your story was spoken again. Not as a repetition, but as a fresh declaration. Your season of waiting has been counted, your tears have been weighed, and your reward has been released. Think of it, child of God, how heaven itself leans forward when your name is mentioned. The light around your soul grows brighter because God Himself has decided that what was closed will now be opened. This is why you feel restless at times, as though something inside of you knows that life is not meant to remain where it has been. That inner stirring you've been feeling is not coincidence. It is heaven preparing you to walk into a greater reality. When God speaks your name, doors that resisted you begin to tremble. Barriers that mocked you lose their grip, and hidden blessings start rushing towards you as though they can no longer wait another moment. But do you see, beloved, what it truly means? It means that you are not forgotten, you are not overlooked, and you are not lost in the crowd of millions. The creator of galaxies, who calls the stars each by name, has spoken your name with
intention.
the sound of your name passed through the courts of angels, and they rejoiced for it. Signaled an instruction, protect, deliver, and guide this one into the fullness of what heaven has prepared. That is why, even when you thought you were walking alone, a force greater than you was protecting you. That is why, even when storms tried to swallow you, something unseen always pulled you back to safety. It was because your name is inscribed upon the heart of God. And now, child, comes the moment you have secretly longed for, but hardly dared to believe. For there are chapters that you thought had ended, yet heaven says they are only beginning. There are promises you thought expired, yet God says they are still alive, waiting for you on the path ahead. There are relationships you thought were broken beyond repair, yet God whispers, I will breathe life again. There are dreams buried under years of disappointment, yet God says, I never buried them, I was preserving them for such a time as this. As I speak this, something begins to happen around you. The atmosphere of your life is shifting even as you listen. The clouds of heaviness begin to lift, and the sunlight of divine favor starts breaking through. You may not see it with your natural eyes yet, but in the spiritual realm, angels are being dispatched with scrolls carrying your name. Those scrolls are filled with instructions, and every instruction is a step closer to your miracle. One scroll may be for your healing. Another may be for your financial turnaround. Another for the reconciliation of your family. Another for the restoration of your joy. All of them, child, are being carried right now into your atmosphere, because heaven is aligning everything for you. Do you not feel it? That quiet vibration in your soul, that sense of being watched over, that sudden thought that perhaps everything is about to change, is not your imagination. It is confirmation. The very moment God spoke your name, it set into motion things that could no longer be delayed. Every prayer you whispered in the darkness, every cry you thought evaporated into silence, every longing that seemed unanswered, they have all been gathered in golden bowls before the throne. And today, those bowls are being poured out as answers. Your life, beloved, is about to carry evidence of God's touch. People who once doubted you will watch in awe as new doors open for you. The very same ground where you once stumbled will become the stage where you rise. The same tears that once blurred your vision will water the seeds of new beginnings. For when God speaks your name, nothing remains the same. I want you to picture this now. A great book is opened in heaven. In it are the names of those whom God calls chosen, those he sets apart for divine visitation. And as the pages turn, your name is found written not once, but many times, because heaven has been circling your destiny, waiting for this appointed season. Suddenly, a great voice declares, it is time. That is why you are hearing this message now. This is not coincidence. This is orchestration. This is not chance. This is destiny reaching out to you. Heaven does not waste words, nor does God repeat himself unless something is urgent. And the fact that your name echoed in the halls of eternity means there is an outpouring reserved just for you. Listen carefully, Child of God, what was delayed will no longer be delayed. What was stolen will be restored in double measure. What was locked will be opened with keys fashioned by the hands of angels. And what you feared was gone forever will reappear clothed in greater glory. That is why your heart beats faster as you hear this, for your spirit recognizes the truth even before your mind can grasp it. Your spirit knows that something extraordinary is at hand. Even now, I see the image of Archangel Michael standing beside you, not with a sword raised in warning, but with hand stretched in blessing. His presence signifies protection and divine order, his ensuring that what belongs to you arrives safely, unhindered, uncorrupted. He is ensuring that the voice of God that spoke your name does not return void, but accomplishes every promise attached to it. Do not doubt, beloved. Do not say, "This is for someone else." Do not think, "I am unworthy." For if you were unworthy, heaven would not have spoken.